Hey guys, it's Jake, and today we're back for part 2 of my mountain fortress. So we got a lot to do today. First thing we're going to do is completely lift this castle off of its foundation here, and we're going to do terraining in the front, and we're going to go from there. We might work on the wall itself at some point. We're going to see how long everything takes, and let's get into it.
The wall came off super easily. So it actually took me quite a while to figure out spacing because I was like, I don't want to make the front scenery of the wall too long. I didn't want to make it too short because I wasn't sure if in the future I'm going to have some type of battle scene or whatnot. But I ended up deciding on doing about 16 studs roughly of the green plates, then one row of dark 8x8 tan plates. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty reasonable length, I think. And it gives me enough room in the back, behind the wall for future projects, and plenty of room in the front. And I had such a unbelievable hard time installing the first row of dark tan 8x8 plates. They just wouldn't snap on to the base plate. I was pressing it onto the table I have, and the table was flexing. So I ended up picking up the whole plate, putting it on the floor, and then pressing it down. And then with the strength of the floor, it was enough of resistance for the plates to snap on. I was like, I never had such a hard time snapping on plates before. It was just like a weird experience. Because usually everything with Lego is so smooth. Like these 4x4 plates I'm putting on now, they just snapped on no problem. But I guess there's less of a surface area of studs connecting, so there's less resistance, which makes it easier. And anyone wondering why I have random gray 1x2 plates and white ones in the dark tan area is I actually marked out the white ones are where the center of those two wall pillars go, so the wall can, when I place it back, it's still centered. And the gray ones are where I'm going to have my gate entrance, which is going to be pretty cool once I implement that. Yeah, so final thing with today's time lapse is I placed down the wall and I was like, well, I felt like I had an excess of, I overused the amount of masonry bricks, the dark gray masonry bricks I had on the wall. So I took a bunch of them out and I swapped them out with the Palisade bricks. So there was still a brick variety from just the plain gray bricks, and, added a bit more mix, a bit more texture to the wall, which, I think it actually turned out really well. And wrapping up the time lapse here, just the final thing is we did a part swap of the 1x2 bricks. And then lastly, to add some contrast, I placed some dark plates on the basement floor. And here you could see the direct comparison from standard 1x2 bricks to the Palisade 1x2 brick. And I'm really happy with the change.
The dark gray plate underneath really ties it in too. So yeah, it's coming along now. Right here we're gonna have a walkway in to the gate, so we're gonna have to chop out some of the wall there. And we're gonna have the grass growing onto the pathway that's gonna be sunken down. I don't have the plates to cover this right now, so it's gonna take a little bit for me to get the parts. Yeah, overall, I think this is looking a lot better. So we're at the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. As soon as I get more parts, I'll make another episode of my mock. And stay tuned for another video next week. And I'll see you then.